So this is the beginning of the mountain bike trail at Starkey Park. And there's the map. And they have a bike washing station. And we are going for a hike. So we're going to start out on the mountain bike trail. And then we will come into the hiking trail. You know what? I have not done this before. There is a gnome, I can't say it, gnome zone. So let's go see. This park loves to have gnomes around.
Yeah, you'll be walking along and all of a sudden there'll be a gnome on a tree.
So like I barely started to say, but we're at Starkey Park up in Starkey Wilderness Park up in Port Richey, Florida. And this park is so awesome. We like to come out here and hike. We always hike on the mountain bike trails, but we've never mountain biked on the mountain bike trails, but there's a lot of people out here that do. All right, what do we got on this? Bikes may be present. Okay, I want to see some gnomes.
Right. Where are we going, Amy? Left or right?
I don't know.
Let's go over it. Let's do it.
All right.
You've never been back here before. It's kind of cool. Something different?
I don't think there's necessarily gnomes. I think it's maybe just a cool mountain bike trail.
Yeah, it's more of a manufactured trail. Huh. Right, with some different obstacles and humps and ramps. And
I have a feeling it's just going to bring us back to the main trail.
I think it will.
All right, well, I think we go back. Whoa! That was pretty cool, Joel. All right, we're going back to the main trail. All right, back on the regular mountain bike trail. This place is awesome.
All right, so the nice thing about the mountain bike trails at Starkey is that it's pretty much single track, and it's kind of curvy and interesting because it's not just straight and flat, but it's also really shaded. So
that's why we like to hike on it.
Yes, here in Florida in the middle of summer, which is not quite middle of summer right now, but
still feels like it.
If you're out here, having some shade is really good. So it's nice. It's single track, curvy, windy, and shaded, which is really cool. Much better than wide open, getting beat on by the sun.
And they really maintain it really well. They have a group that comes out every month, like on the third Saturday or something like that, and just to come out to maintain it. So it's always very well maintained. And for the most part, this side of the mountain bike trails are usually pretty dry, even with a lot of rain. Other side gets a little flooded, but
yeah, there's what, Twisted Pine.
I can't remember the other name.
Rambling.
But we're on Twisted Pine, I think, right?
Yeah, and Twisted Pine for the most part stays pretty dry.
Okay, and then about half mile from that trailhead, you come out here, and from here you've got a couple different directions you can go. Okay. So, go ahead.
So, just left the mountain bike trail, and you can go across the paved trail here, and the mountain bike trail forks two different directions. Or, if you're not on a mountain bike, if you're rollerblading, you're jogging, you have a road bike, there's about 12 miles of paved bike trail, which is pretty cool. So it basically goes from one side of kind of Pinellas County to the other, all the way over to Hillsborough County, and about 12 miles each way. So it's paved, it's smooth, it's flat, not very shaded, but a great place to come out and just kind of ride your bikes and enjoy a paved trail instead of mountain bikes. But that's not us today. We're gonna go hit the mountain bike trail.
Nope, actually we're gonna hit the hiking trail.
Oh, that's right.
So we're gonna go that way. So that way we can walk together because it's not single track.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna go over here. And Hikers, be prepared. No water on the trails. So we walked just a little bit on the trail to get to the main trail. And now we're gonna turn left here. And this is they have a 1 mile and a 3 mile loop that are basically the same thing. Or I guess they call it the 1.9 mile loop. It just cuts through in the middle. So that's where we're going right now.
Now we're kind of heading east-ish.
And we'll take this and bring it into the 3 mile, and then we're gonna go out even a little further past those main loops. Okay, we're at the end, or where the 3 mile and the 1.9 mile connect. This park is really good about having shaded seating too, so if you need to get out of the sun a little bit. So if you want to go on the 1.9, you go that way. If you want to go the 3, you go that way, which is the way we're gonna go. Not quite as much shade as you can see, but still a really nice hike. And then we're just walking along here. And there's a deer coming right at us along the trail. See, this park is just great. We'll see, usually we see deer, we'll see gopher tortoises, turkey. Guy said this morning we just saw that there was a bunch of snakes out here. Sorry to those who don't like snakes, but we haven't seen any, and we usually don't. But supposedly there's boar out here, but we've never seen one. Probably more in the evening. But as you can see, some of these trails aren't as fun to walk on.
Sugar sand.
They do have some sugar sand trails here, but just short periods of it. And once we get off this, we're now on the 3 mile loop, the backside of it. And when we get off of this, then we'll be going more into the backcountry. All right, we're at the end of the 3 mile loop. We just came from Vataway. And now we're coming into, I guess, what you call the backcountry, right?
No longer on a loop.
No longer on the main loops. Yeah, still on a hiking trail. They actually have I don't know, we've come out here and done 13, 15 miles or so of hiking trails, and the mountain bike trails, I think if you do the whole thing, is 18 or 20. So definitely a well-rounded park with lots of stuff to do. I've actually seen tours today of people with the rangers bringing groups out, and they were looking at flowers. So apparently there's good flowers in this park as well.
And there's... So, nice thing about Starkey is you can come on a hike and make it a day trip, or you can come out and there are some primitive campsites.
Oh yeah.
That you can hike out to. I think it's only about 3 of them, and you have to reserve them. But I think the nearest one is about 3 miles out. The farthest one is a little over 5 miles out.
Which we're heading to the 3 mile one today, which I think is site 1.
Yep. And most of them have a picnic table and a fire ring. So you can come out here and you can tent camp or hammock camp, have a fire, and you're miles away from everything.
They actually have a campsite loop that you can drive to right up towards the front. It's still primitive as far as there's no electric, and there's a water spigot to share. But they do have bathrooms, which is nice. So if you don't want to truly primitive and hike out, they still have about 15 or 16 sites in their little campground. Okay, we're about 2.67 miles out, and this is where it crosses the power lines, and you could actually walk along these power lines and go a long way up north. kind of cool looking. It always freaks me out a little because I can hear the power running through it. All right, like I said, you can go take these paths and walk for just miles and miles and miles. No shade whatsoever, so it's not something you'd want to do when it's hot, but not a bad way to get a lot of miles in.
Better than running on the pavement.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, we are coming up on primitive site 1. We're gonna walk in, nobody's there. So we are at 3.75 miles. If you started at the, and parked at the horse corral, I think it's only about 3 miles. But remember, we parked at the mountain bike trailhead, so a little bit longer. But this is our favorite backcountry primitive site because it's not right on the trail, so it's pretty secluded. Ah, yes, I love this site. So, yep, number 1. So we've got the picnic table, got your fire pit, you do have a grill, and right there is when we came in the spring. That's where we hung our hammocks right there, kind of in a diamond triangle shape for both of them.
Yeah.
But it's just a really nice secluded site. So we're gonna stop here and have a picnic.
There you go.
Yay. So like I said, we're gonna have a little picnic. This is why we love this park. We come out, we hike about 4 miles.
Yep.
Usually we bring our little chair zeros and we
did.
find a little place to sit. But because this site was open, we got here, brought our little pub subs. We're gonna enjoy some food.
There you go. Beautiful day.
Yes. Okay, skip ahead back to the main trailhead. We are at just over 8 miles. This is where we started. It was a great day, great trail. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys come out and enjoy this park and enjoy it as much as we do. Subscribe to the channel if you would. We'll see you next time.